All right, you're going to go sit in the corner, okay? You're 0-2 to start this off, okay? You are going to sit in that corner and think about what you did. You are going to be a national contender this year, and you're going to be a national contender next year. So go sit in that corner and think about what you did. All right, welcome to another one, everyone. We're going to be starting off a little bit differently this time. We're going to start off with my Northeastern stuff because Gonzaga, you were 0-2 in an unfortunate start against Stephen Curry and Kawhi Leonard. But we'll see what you can do differently this week. So this week we're going to be talking about Damian Lillard and his college career, which honestly is kind of a little bit of a sad career, more due to the fact that he didn't make the March Madness tournament that everyone wants to be a part of, but amazing career that he has with the Portland Trail Blazers so far, and it's amazing to see what he's done and what he's accomplished so far right now. But Damian Lillard was not at all heavily recruited and ended up choosing Weber State because really that was the only school that chose him, and he was only a two-star recruit in 2008. So he decided to pick the first one that was really going to be going for him, which was Weber State. Now, Damian probably had the worst start out of all the ones that we've talked about so far in his first game going against Miami, Ohio, where the team lost actually 70-66, and he only put up 5 points and 3 rebounds. And to be honest, did not have the best first month of his college career as compared to Stephen Curry and Kawhi Leonard that we've already talked about. But when Weber State got into Big Sky play, Damian Lillard had a lot better stats, especially when it came to points and rebounds. And two games that we're going to be highlighting are going to be the last two games of the conference play, which was against Sacramento State and Montana State. Against Sacramento State, Damian Lillard put up 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And then turns it on against Montana State, going 27 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And at the end of conference play, they do go number 1 overall, going 14-1 within conference play in the Big Sky, unfortunately losing their first game during the conference tournament, which meant that they qualified for the NIT tournament. And I know it's a little redundant for me to say it's the National Invitational Tournament, but who cares? This is my video. But in the Big Sky tournament, Montana State did get their revenge in the semifinals against Weber State, which meant Damian Lillard and Weber State had to go play in the NIT, where they actually faced off against San Diego State, which, fun fact, was the year before Kawhi Leonard actually joined San Diego State. In the first game of the NIT, Damian Lillard put up 10 points and 7 rebounds against San Diego State, but San Diego State unfortunately beat Weber State in a final score of 65-49. And Damian Lillard's freshman career comes to a close with 11.5 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per game with an 84.1% free throw percentage. Now, I know it's not really much to brag about a free throw percentage, but I mean 84% is a solid free throw shooting, especially if you want to be looking towards the NBA, especially a position that he has at the shooting guard, point guard position, where it's, yeah, you do need to have a good free throw percentage is something to definitely look at. In Damian Lillard's sophomore year for Weber State, coming against Utah State to start off their season, unfortunately losing 66-60, Damian Lillard did put up 20 points against Utah State to have an explosive first game. And this is such a big turnaround for Damian Lillard for their first game, especially when we talk about the freshman year versus sophomore year, with the freshman year only having 5 points versus the sophomore year starting off with a big 20. And in the first 7 games of his sophomore year, Damian Lillard puts up 20 points in 5 of those games, even reaching 28 and 27 points in 2 of those 5 games. And in 17 games of his sophomore career, Damian Lillard puts up 20 plus points, shooting 30 points against Montana and 36 points against Eastern Washington. And in the Big Sky Championship, Damian Lillard puts up 16 points, puts up 5 rebounds, and unfortunately fouls out of the game, which probably contributed to that loss against Montana. So that means they had to re-qualify to the NIT tournament again. In the NIT, Weber State suffered a similar fashion of a loss in the first round against Cincinnati, where Damian Lillard did put up 26 points. But what a big turnaround this sophomore year, putting up 19.9 points compared to the 11.5 that he had his freshman year, as well as 4 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and 39.3% shooting from the three-point line. And man, this was a big explosive sophomore year and started getting to the attention of the NBA scouts. But that didn't unfortunately happen for him this sophomore year in the offseason, which he elected to come back for his junior year. And to start off his junior year, Damian Lillard puts up 28 points, 4 rebounds, and goes 6 for 10 from the three-point line in a rematch against Utah State, where Weber State unfortunately lost. Again, in a rematch. So they're 0-2 against Utah State right now. Oops. But again, this was an explosive year for Damian Lillard, where he had 3 games where he put up 25 plus points, while also shooting 54.5% from the three-point line. And a game to highlight from this junior year is against Drake, where they won 82-81, where Damian Lillard did put up 31 points and 6 rebounds and also 5 assists, and basically saying, get on my back, I'm going to carry you to victory this game. In the first few minutes, Damian Lillard suffered a foot injury against Tulsa, which meant that he had to sit out for the rest of the season his junior year. And Damian Lillard did come back for his academic senior year, but since he didn't play enough games his junior year, qualified him for a red shirt, so it was technically his red shirt junior year. And this is probably one of the few players to have 4 years worth of a college basketball experience, to be honest, because there's really not that many. I know that college basketball is usually like a one and done, two and done year, and I know it's kind of just NBA requirements where they only really require 1 year of college basketball or overseas in Europe, but this is one of the few that had really 4 years that I've been able to find. And in his few games of his junior year, Damian Lillard did put up 19.7 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.7 assists. And to start off his junior year, Damian Lillard and Weber State start off with a win against none other than North New Mexico. What? You thought I was going to say Utah State? Utah State was actually their second game of the season, and by the way, they actually beat Utah State, revenging the last 2 years. And what an impressive start to the season for Damian Lillard, going 17 points against Utah State and 25 points against North New Mexico. And his lowest single game point total was 14 this season, and had 10 games below 20, 22 above 20 points. 8 games above 30 and 2 above 40. Wow, this is an amazing junior year and probably the best that we've seen. And in the 2 games where he put up 40 points were against Portland State, where he got 41, and San Jose State, where he got exactly 40, but got 5 assists against Portland State and 4 in San Jose State. So it's not like he's just scoring the ball and getting the ball a lot. He still passes and gets those assists a lot as well, and still contributing to a team effort. But unfortunately, again, in the Big Sky final, Weber State loses to Montana, which actually meant instead of qualifying for the NIT, they actually qualify for the CIT. Now, beyond conference tournaments, there's actually 4 tournaments in March. There's the NCAA March Madness, which everyone talks about, and then whoever doesn't qualify for that plays for the NIT. Now, there's the CBI and the CIT. Those 2 are both invitational tournaments. Now, there really isn't much of a difference between those 2, but CBI does take priority over CIT for the fact that it has been around the longest. So pretty much Weber State qualified for the worst tournament that there is to play for in March, but still played in a tournament in March. And they did end up winning their first game against Utah Valley, where Damian Lillard put up 21 points and got 5 assists, and then lost to Loyola Marymount. And in that game against Loyola Marymount, Damian Lillard did not really miss a shot, putting up 27 points, did get 6 assists, and went perfect from the free throw line, 14 for 14. And humorously enough, Loyola Marymount goes on to play Utah State, where Loyola Marymount did lose that game. So I think Utah State kind of got revenge for that game. Now, there's way too many stats to talk about for this junior year, where Damian Lillard put up 24.5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 40% from the three-point line, and 88% from the free throw line. Wow, he went basically 7 for 8 his redshirt junior year. So he was getting to the foul line quite a bit and making all those shots basically. And then after his redshirt junior year, Damian Lillard goes to the 2012 draft where he goes 6th overall and gets picked up by the Portland Trailblazers where he still plays for. And I'm pretty sure at the moment he actually has started in all of the games he has played in, has become the Rookie of the Year and a 5-time All-Star. And with his 1,934 points that he scored in his college career, Damian Lillard is 3rd overall currently for Weber State and 8th overall if you include Boise State and all this because they're used to be a part of the Big Sky, and is 8th overall in the Big Sky. And wow, has he had an amazing career, which Weber State thanked him for by retiring his number. It was interesting to see the numbers that Weber State has retired so far and the people that they've retired numbers for their college basketball career. Because currently they have 3, which is Damian Lillard and another guy, Bruce Collins, who actually was picked up or drafted by the Trailblazers, but was unfortunately cut. But I thought it was just kind of interesting that Trailblazers have like 2 guys from Weber State that joined them. So I think it was just kind of interesting. I thought it was going to be fun for you guys to know. But Damian Lillard, thank you so much for representing mid-major colleges in NBA because wow, you are having such an amazing basketball career both in the NBA as well as in college. So we just want to say thank you so much. As always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe to this channel. We will try to be doing weekly content where we're just going to be going through so many more mid-major players that we have yet to discuss about and just kind of do weekly, see what they did in college. What are they kind of doing in the NBA career, but also most importantly saying thank you so much for giving us mid-major colleges so much credibility. But please, as always, I hope you all stay safe, please stay healthy, and please just continue to wash your hands. We are almost done with this quarantine. We have pretty much 2, maybe 3 weeks. Please, I just want to be done. I just want to go outside. It's starting to get sunny here in California. I want to enjoy going to the beach and hanging out with my friends in public. So please, please, please continue to wash your hands. And until next week, please wash your hands.